Wilson Morales, Black Film and TV. Hello, folks. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I've loved this movie from the minute I saw it. And whenever you hear about a romantic story, you kind of know where it's going to go. You just wait to see how well the execution is. For each of you, what was the story? What was the ingredient that said I can do this? When you read the script, Tessa.
Oh goodness, that I can do it. I don't know. I really love reading the script and wondering about all the things that I potentially can't do. And certainly I thought about, carrying a film as a romantic lead. I think there's a certain kind of I don't know, spark or something that it requires. So being a little scared about whether I could pull that off, and also this idea, we wanted to make a period film that centered their love and the interpersonal and not the societal issues at large. So as a producer on the film, I wondered, can that work? Will that be something that will make sense for audiences now, for modern audiences? So I love being a little scared of things. What about you, Nnamdi?
Yeah, for me, I mean, the thing about it was I knew it was going to be tough to get made. So that was the first thing on my mind. It wasn't about the things that I can or can't do. It was like, what's this process going to be? Will people believe that there's an audience for this film? Will people believe that, that we can carry it? Will people believe that I can carry the male role in this film, opposite Tessa? Will people believe that Tessa can carry it, because we hadn't really seen her in that role? So I think those were the things for me, but it was really like, how do we make it happen, as opposed to like, oh, I don't know if this is going to happen, or, that sort of thing.
What did the two of you do to work together prior to shooting the screen so that the audience can buy the chemistry? Because you can put anybody together, but the thing that separates anybody is that the audience has to feel that there's a connection there. There's chemistry. How did you guys know each other prior to the shooting, or did you guys work it out? Nnamdi?
What does work it out, Wilson?
I'm saying work you're one of the producers on this, and Tessa, there's no explanation needed, but a lot of audiences do not know who you are, what you can bring to the table. So you're the one that has to sell that. Can we buy you with her?
Sure. I mean, it was not difficult at all with Tessa. I knew Tessa before this. I just know her presence, her grace, her elegance, and that was the first thing. And even bringing her to the part was, she's gonna fall right into Sylvie, and that's all it was for me. I mean, it's can this person play this role? And to me, I knew she could knock it out of the park. And then as Robert, luckily as a producer, I get to also help with casting. So when I talked to her, she was like, yes, I want to do it. Then I knew it was going to be a match, otherwise I wouldn't have even brought it to her attention.
I think something that really, I'm really, turned on by when I'm working with somebody, even if they're not opposite me as a romantic lead, is just someone that works really, really hard, that has a tremendous amount of work ethic, and Nnamdi has that in spades, and I think we could really, talk about this project and how much we sort of cared about it, not just as performers, but as producers. And so for me, that created a tremendous amount of spark, to know that he was spending a year learning how to play the saxophone, to really understand this character, to be able to pull it off. Like that, I find incredibly attractive as a performer. So I think that we had a tremendous amount of respect for each other, and respect for how hard we work and how much we care. And I think that is something that gets communicated and creates the real trust too that is required when you're playing romantic lead.
You did a great job, folks. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Wilson. Thanks for your support, Wilson.
Always.
I remember.
Always.
Yeah, great.